Jesus
I hope it's not contagious.
How often do you think people use those, like, you know, like the consultation, like CVS and Rite Aid and shit, like Walgreens? How often do you think people go up and there's like, hey, we look at this, and like pull up their fucking like shirt and it's got a bill?
Like go to the pharmacist?
Man, I've never done that before.
I think pretty often.
They have those.
Yeah, no, I think people do that.
I just kind of wonder, like, would that be easier than going to the doctor and paying? Because it's free, right? You just go in like,
sometimes.
what does this look
Pretty
like to
much.
you? Like,
I mean, how many fucking times?
I mean, they're the ones that's dishing out, like pharmacists are the ones that are dishing out the medication. So sometimes they know more about the medication than actual doctors do.
Yeah.
I mean, how many times have I been to the doctor for him to just say, yeah, it's sinuses? Like, oh, thanks.
Yeah.
Here's $100, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, you can go to a pharmacist and be like, hi, what's my issue? Do I need to go to the actual doctor?
Yeah.
You can do that.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I just want to know.
I've seen people do it here. Maybe
rednecks take off their shirt and make them look at their hairy back.
Oh, God.
I bet they do. I bet they do. I bet.
So speaking of rednecks and hairy backs, we are here for our
my favorite
season finale episode.
Wow, time has flown.
It really has. Like, can you believe we started this year?
and we're still in part 3 of this year.
Right, I know.
This is March 247th.
You're right.
Uh-huh.
It got kind of hot in the middle there, in the middle of March.
Got a little hot. Cool back down. It's colder than now. Now it's an unusually cold March.
There's a lot of temperatures in this March.
I know.
So, to those who didn't hear the mini-sode, shame on you. But also, we are doing a season finale. So, we're going to be taking a small little, like, 2-week break here so we can, we got the holidays coming up. We're not going to do anything. We just want to fucking relax for a little bit and, plan out some stuff for season 2 coming up. And we'll be returning on the 4th for a mini-sode and the 6th. These are of January, of course, 2021. So it's only 2 weeks away, essentially, from when this gets posted, I think. For roughly 2 weeks, regardless, January 4th and 6th. We're going to try to mix some things up for the next season. We're not sure what we're going to do yet, but it's going to be a little bit different. We'll still be telling the, am I the asshole stories and the relationships and stuff like that. But maybe we'll do something different for the middle. Who knows? Who
knows?
We've been looking into different things. Like Sushie's been finding some cool stories, and Sam's been finding some cool like different Reddit stories and things like that. Reddit. So we got exciting stuff coming up. We're gonna try to maybe get something out in these 2 weeks, maybe a little compilation thing. No promises, because like we said in the mini-sode, everyone sucks here.
We're pieces of shit.
We can't commit to maybe getting something out. We might or we might not. But regardless, you're going to hear us back on the 4th for sure. That's coming. But if you start missing us, during this 2-week break, there are places on the internet you can find us. You can find both Sam and Sushie streaming on Twitch, twitch.tv/Sam Without a Plan and twitch.tv/Sushie Monster. All one word, no underscore. That shit's out the fucking window.
That's so 2019.
That's a 2019 thing. We got
2019. We don't know that underscore.
Yeah, we got rid of the underscores back then, so no underscores there. And
or maybe that was this year. I don't know.
And you can find me making content. Hopefully every Tuesday. I've been posting a video on my YouTube at youtube.com/Simply AJ. And so if you guys start missing us and you want to hear some more of our antics, you can find us there to fill in the void until we come back. So, these two fucking go live all the time, except for when their schedules are fucked with sleep, and then it just, who knows what's going to happen. But usually they're live multiple times a week. So.
Yes.
You guys.
Yeah, so we'll still be here to infect you.
That's what I said. Yeah, it'll still be here. And of course, we're all on Twitter too, so not hard to find us. But I think that's all we got really for like the, news-wise. We already kind of covered it in the mini-sode, but this is just in case people missed that. So yeah, this will be our last full episode of this year, but we are coming back at the very beginning of 2021.
How exciting is that, though? We're going to start with season 2.
Season 2. That's like, that makes it like more official than anything. It's like, okay, we got
season 2.
We talked about like some little changes here and there, maybe changing the thumbnails. We have discussed maybe trying to get some merch going So we're thinking about, we got lots of planning. We got a lot of ideas, and that's why we need this.
Yeah.
We need this 2-week break to do nothing.
Put them all
pretend
together.
that we're going to
To do nothing.
and pretend that we're really going to put it all together, and then just do it all last minute like we always do.
For real.
If AJ is feeling this apathetic about it, we know nothing's gonna happen because he's the one that wrangles us
for real.
together.
I'm not being apathetic. I'm just being.
God.
I want us to do things in the 2-week break. I'm just
But
saying.
then we just don't.
I just don't want to commit to it. I'm going to be non-committal
right.
about it because who knows? That way we don't disappoint. That way, really, honestly, it's so we don't disappoint ourselves. Because I feel like that's the worst part is if you commit to something and then you don't do it. Fuck everybody else. You feel bad when you don't do it for yourself. Like, fuck, I was really going to do this.
Oh, before I forget. So since it's going to be season 2 that we're going into, if any listeners have like a favorite story or a favorite moment, just comment it or leave us a message somewhere. We'll see it. And let us know because we might make like a compilation video.
Yeah. So if you guys want
maybe
shoot us at like a ESH podcast on Twitter or contact at everyonesuckshere.com email.
Yeah, like what was your favorite moment from the podcast? I want to know.
God, we're going to hear about
Maybe
the butter.
we can reflect upon it.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be the butter.
We're going to hear all about the butter from everybody.
Butter bandit.
What are your favorite things other than the butter bandit?
Yeah.
Other than, like, come on, obviously, that's the easy one.
I mean, our incest episode did really well, surprisingly. So
That's true. I'm not that surprised.
Okay, but we learned that when you hashtag incest on your
I'll start putting that on everything from now on.
everything, it skyrockets.
If you can't beat them, join them. So just hashtag incest on everything on YouTube, regardless of content.
Yeah. It could literally be a fucking, like, let's build Lego diorama and throw a little incest in there. Why not?
God.
Listen, I don't care how we get the listeners. I don't care.
Yeah, we're trying to please everybody here.
This is like the opposite of clickbait.
Yeah.
This is like just grabbing anything and everything. Much like what people in incest do.
Right, yeah.
It's true. It's true.
I'm ashamed of myself.
Well,
Are you?
Not really.
Not really.
shall we go into these stories?
Just do your slogan.
What's that?
Just dive on in.
Just dive on in.
Yeah.
No,
Just one for the road.
One for the road.
One
Let's
for
just
the
dive
road.
on into these stories.
Yeah.
These assholes here. Who wants to start us off? Who wants to?
Not me.
Not you.
Not me.
Not you?
Yeah, not me.
So
I can go. Mine isn't that long, unless you want to go.
No, go ahead. You got it. You go ahead.
Yeah?
I'll go next. Yeah.
Okay. Am I the asshole for expecting more from my girlfriend's son?
Oh.
Ooh. So I'm in a nice relationship with a woman. We are from a diverse upbringing, but share mutual respect, which makes things flow well. She has a 14-year-old son and an ex-husband. I have 2 sons, 20-ish, who are always in other cities for college, and an ex-wife. Here's my issue and question if I am the asshole. Her son, excuse me, let's call him Pete, is a bit spoiled, but not in a wealth sense. She and he have been alone together for 9 years now since her divorce. I entered the picture last year, staying back, not wanting to get in the middle of anything, but always gracious and coming over for dinner, taking them out, buying him birthday and holiday presents, etc. Generally waiting for him to warm up to me. So now after a while, he is still very quiet and cold around me, spends no time talking, silent at dinner, then dashes back to his room. He makes demands of his mom from afar and makes her drop everything to service whatever need he has at the moment. I try to be friendly and nice, not a tryhard, but overall his behavior around me is very weak and childish. Yeah, I know he's only 14, but ... He's already 14! Exclamation point. Yeah. It gets a little... He's losing us.
Yeah, right?
Yeah. My sons are and have always been friendly, open, intelligent, and confident young men. But this kid, due to his father being this way, has none of this. My girlfriend is expecting me to pull him out of his shell, whereas I'm expecting him to step up a bit and make an effort to have a relationship with me. With 2 older sons already, I have quite a bit of experience and did a great job so far with them. I could do so much for this kid, but in my opinion, he needs to come to me. I told her that I'll meet him halfway, but he still needs to come meet me that other halfway point too. This is, of course, creating a lot of stress in my relationship. So am I being the asshole? Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a kid.
Yeah.
He's a kid.
Real quick,
Yes,
what was the title of it again? Like, am I the asshole for what?
I think
Like-
expecting.
For expecting more from my girlfriend's son,
Okay.
who is 14.
Yeah. I mean,
This dude is literally comparing people who his own sons that he probably was in their life way more. They're fucking 20 years old now. This kid is 14, has been with his mother alone for 9 years. Like, leave the kid alone. Let him come into his own.
There's like, and that's just it. Like, there's so many variables there. I feel like it's not the thing I say a lot, by the way.
Maybe
variables.
he's just an introvert and his sons are extroverts.
It could be this kid could be an introvert. This kid could be the fact that, like, okay, growing up with fucking step family on both sides from my mom and my dad, it's a little weird no matter what age you are when suddenly this person is coming into your life and they're just there.
Yeah.
Like, it's fucking weird. So, especially if you, and it was weird for me as a kid. It's probably even weirder if you were a teenager. Because you were there the whole fucking time. And now, like, your mom's with some other dude. And, like, that's weird. Like, so it's not fucking strange for this kid to be, a little more reserved and pulled back. And he could just be very fucking introverted.
It also sounds like this dude is trying to, like, exert that I'm the man of the house kind of feeling.
Yeah.
And this kid,
he could just not like him.
That's what I'm saying. Like, this kid has been with his mom alone for 9 years, just him and his mom. And now this dude is like, here I am, all
Duding it up.
masculine. I'm duding it up, like, bro.
Yeah, it definitely
yeah.
it definitely gives strong, like, oh, put that toy down. Let's go fucking throw the dick around the backyard.
Let's go.
Come on.
Let's go pee in a hot tub.
Yeah, let's go piss in the hot tub, sport. Come on, let's go back and toss the old foreskin.
God.
That's what men do. They pee in hot tubs.
Yeah.
God. This guy is a complete asshole.
He's an asshole.
Because now he's like, oh, it's straining our relationship. Well, no shit. Because you're literally going, I'm not gonna put in all the work. I'm not gonna put in all the work for this kid that's not mine.
You're
to
the
love
adult,
me.
dude.
You're the adult.
And
He's 14.
Yeah.
there's also
Exactly.
14 is still a child.
there's also this thing too, like, why do you care, right? Because, like, unless the kid is going out of his way to make your life hell, if the kid's just minding his own business,
He just sounds like he's minding his business.
yeah. So if he's just minding his business, why
private.
do you
It's
care?
vibes.
Like, what are you getting out of this? Like, if you have a good relationship with your girlfriend, then just focus on your relationship with your girlfriend. Like, if the kid will come around to you when he wants to, if he wants to.
Yeah.
He wants to.
Yeah.
If he wants to. But unless this kid is literally, like, setting up some fucking Home Alone booby traps and fuck with you all the time, like, then who gives a shit? Like,
It goes to paint cans.
because at the very least, you can't be accused of not trying. You tried, it didn't work. Okay, but that's it. Leave it at that. Don't force the fucking square peg in the round hole.
Yeah.
Like,
Right.
Yeah.
Because there is a possibility that he just doesn't like him and never will because he just doesn't like him.
Yeah, that's a very real possibility.
And there's nothing wrong with that. You could just not like people. Or maybe he's just vibing. Maybe he's playing some fucking Final Fantasy in his bedroom. Leave him alone.
Yeah.
He's vibing.
How many 14-year-olds are hanging out with their fucking parents? How many 14-year-olds are hanging out with their step parents? Like, come on, dude.
There's too much wrong with this, and the fact that he's like, oh, he's spoiled because why? Because he's not like
Because
your fucking kids who he's not related
his
to.
mother is taking care of her child.
God, this man's fucking stupid.
So, and the question of is he the asshole? Yes.
yes,
Yes. He is the asshole.
yes.
So, mine's a little bit different.
Okay.
It is. This is about, like, it's not a relationship very, like, involved. So I thought it was a little more interesting.
Okay.
Am I the asshole for pulling my son out of his soccer game? My 13.
Let's find out.
Yeah. Yes. My 13-year-old son plays club soccer, and it gets very competitive. I came later to watch one of his games, and his mother, my ex, said he had taken a ball shot to the head. I asked if he was okay, and she said the ref, the coach, and her all took him or look at him and said he was fine, and he said he was fine. Didn't want an ice pack and just wanted to finish a close game. So basically, he's playing the game, gets hit in the head, continues playing, whatever.
Yeah.
Which
Okay.
it's soccer. That's gonna happen.
Okay.
She showed me a clip. I'm laughing at this because now I think it's funny. She showed me a clip of him, and it was pretty nasty. Something about the fact that this mother just has the recording of her son getting hit in the head with a soccer ball. Just like, just bam.
That's why I know I can't have children, because I would do shit like that and laugh.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. Like, that's what I was laughing at. Just like reading it. Like, oh shit! Like
I am an asshole. I am an asshole. I would replay that all the time.
So she's got a clip of him getting hit in the head. Said one kid kicked the ball and it bounced off the side of his head. I went over to talk to him and he seemed a bit different, pissy and irritated. That's unlike him, so I told him I was pulling him out of the game. His mom, coach, and my son were furious and said he was fine and to leave him alone. They said he was just emotional over the game and not because he got clunked on the head. I said I was fine with his playing as long as he got checked out by a doctor. We could go to urgent care. My son begged me to let him finish the game, and I said no. I took him to urgent care, and the doctor said he couldn't tell that he didn't have one, but more likely than not, he worded this very weird, but more likely than not, he had a very mild one, and he should sit out of sports for a few days as a precaution. So I'm assuming he's referring to a concussion because he didn't say the words.
Words are hard.
Right. My ex read that as I overreacted.
My ex read that as I overreacted, meaning, yeah.
Yeah. My ex read that as I overreacted. They lost the game and everyone thinks that I am the asshole. And I am not a helicopter dad. I got a concussion years ago and it affects me to this day. Edit. And he did throw up later that day and told me it was because I stressed him out over losing the game. So
Imagine being this emotionally invested in a child's soccer game.
Yeah, so
versus him having a concussion.
I mean, I get that the kid is fucking mad, but like,
why are the
Sure, but like the adults are like, no, we gotta finish the game.
he got hit in the fucking head.
Yeah.
He got hit in the head.
Yeah.
Like,
Gotta sit this one out.
So, I
I have money riding on this.
right?
when I was going into middle school and stuff, I had wanted to play sports, and my dad actually kept me out of them, which is probably a good thing ultimately, because how many kids get fucked on in sports and school, right? I remember specifically there was this one kid who he played hockey and he got concussions all the time. Like there was literally a time where he got a concussion so bad that it gave him fucking amnesia for like a week. So like he had to be reintroduced to everybody until his fucking memory returned. And
Whoa.
It's definitely no fucking joke for a kid to get hit in the head. Like it's bad enough if anybody gets hit in the head.
Yeah,
your brain.
But
is
your brain is still
skull.
developing. Yeah.
Yeah. But when you're a fucking
sure.
child and you get hit in the head, I also have a very I do not like the idea. I know who else you're going to get to do it, right? But I don't like the idea of like coaches. I kind of hate coaches. I kind of think they're the worst. And it's just it's just this weird thing of like, I get that like you obviously have to have a coach to fucking coach children on how to play a sport, right? But at the same time, I feel like if you're like a grown ass man and you're coaching children, I immediately question you. And I don't know.
Oh, okay. Why do you want to voluntarily be around children?
Yeah, exactly. It makes me like, why do you? That's what I mean.
I'm on the same page with you.
So I can't. I understand that you have to have an adult be a coach. You have to, but it makes me question you as an adult.
What's the attraction? Like, why do you want this?
Like, you have your whole life to live. Why do you want to surround yourself by other people's kids or kids in general? That's just weird to me.
Why do you want to volunteer for it?
Yeah, because like it's not like oh, I want to be a teacher. I want to teach children or something. I don't know. Maybe I'm looking too far into it, but it weirds me out. So
no, I'm with you. I get what you're saying.
So I get even more like kind of apprehensive about it when a coach is like, oh, let him do what he wants. No, motherfucker, this is my kid. Shut the fuck up. Period.
Yeah.
The end. I'm the end all be all here, not you. You get no say in this.
Yeah.
Like, So
you get less than no say.
Yeah, like especially this isn't the fucking 70s anymore, you know, where it's like where the dad
Woke it up.
Yeah, like it's always I feel like in the 70s and shit, like the dad was always trying to impress the high school coach. Like,
Yeah.
oh yeah, coach, what can we do? What can me and my son do to keep my son in the game? You know, what can we do? As he fucking drops to his knees and unbuttons his pants. What can we do for you, coach? You know, like that's, I feel like
AJ.
I feel unsafe.
But that was like a whole like weird like 50s, 60s, 70s mentality with like these fucking like parents and like what can we do to keep our kid in the game? And it's like nowadays it's like, man, coach, you have no fucking stake in this. Like, I'm sorry, but if I feel like my kid got hurt or he's throwing up.
And that's the thing too, is like when it comes to head injuries, some of the worst brain injuries that have happened are from times when people were like, oh, it didn't seem that bad.
Yeah.
You know, like
that's called adrenaline.
I think if you get a solid knock on your head, it's worth the trip just to check it out. If you have the means to, if you have insurance, and you know, I mean, obviously it would be an ideal world if you didn't need all those things. But if you can do it, just go. And take 15 minutes and go take it. You know.
Yeah.
And what kind of mother is this? If the doctor says, okay, so he more than likely has a very mild one. Okay, well, that's enough for me, right? You got to.
Yeah.
It's not about being a helicopter pilot. It's not about a helicopter parent. If your kid has a mild concussion.
It's still a concussion.
Yeah. You don't get to be mad at the fucking dad for looking out for your child.
But also, this guy said, I got a concussion years ago and it affects me to this day. So he knows that even if his kid did have one, that it could affect him later on in life, which means that he was being proactive at, hey, let's make sure this isn't a thing that has happened to you because I literally have video evidence of you getting clocked in the side of the fucking head with a ball.
Yeah.
Like, bruh.
Right.
I hate sports parents. I hate them so much.
Sports parents
that's what I'm saying. It's like the
weird.
sports parents and like the coach parents, like the coaches, like the whole group
or like manager parents.
Yeah, it just weirds me the fuck out because one, I feel like sports parents, it's them vicariously living through their children. So like they don't have a hobby, so they just fucking push everything onto their kids.
Yeah,
the fucking the coaches. I don't know what you got to be fucked up in your head to be a fucking child's coach, but. Whatever.
Got money on the game.
Right?
Yeah, like, how much money you got on this, sir? Why do you care? It's a child's game. It's not riveting.
I'm with the dad on this one. I don't think he's an asshole. I think he was being proactive and making sure his kid was okay. I get that the fucking kid is mad because kids are gonna be mad. They don't understand. But fuck this mom and fuck this coach, dude.
Yeah, I don't.
Fuck the mom. This is weird.
I don't fault the kid because he's a kid. But yeah, the fucking
mom.
He's
a kid. You know how kids are.
And basically, the comments are overwhelmingly like, "Yeah, you're not the asshole here." It's just, I want to read this one because it was just such a different one, and especially because it was also like a dad that's trying to be proactive with a kid, and like the mom is like, "Oh, let him play," and it's like, I don't know. I just like sports parents are not good parents, and neither are manager parents, like Sam said. Like,
I mean, I think they can be, but this particular one definitely is not.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing: if you want to be a sports parent or a sport parent, there's a difference in like encouraging your kid and building them up because they want to play a sport and they want to do it, but at the same time,
like forcing them to do it.
Yeah, forcing them to do it. Now, also, you have to be the one. You have to like. It's not like there was this part of the story where the dad is constantly like, I never wanted to play sports to begin with. And it's like, suddenly, is it kind of weaning into that whole, like, oh, is he just trying to get him? Is this the excuse to get him out? Like, it would be a lot different if the dad was like, well, I never wanted to do this. I never wanted to do that. And now he's got this concussion and I feel validated or whatever the fuck. It's like, the parents need to be like, if you're going to be a sports parent, you also need to be the one that goes, hey, okay, I'll help you. I'll support you. But if it gets dangerous, I'm pulling you the fuck out. Like,
a question I have is, they have most of the time for things like this, the coach, they did say it's a club. So this could be completely different from like those, what the hell is it called? Like youth center kind of like clubs that do sports and whatnot, or rec clubs, I guess. But normally all of these people are volunteers. The ref, the coach, the other people that work the game. Why do they never have a volunteer like medical person?
a lot of times I feel like they do, but it's like they don't have an actual medical background. You know?
No,
like,
I've been to plenty of fucking like events like this. There's never a fucking medical person. If a kid gets injured, it's literally just the parent taking them to urgent care or to the emergency room. I've never seen a kid actually like be attended to unless there happens to be someone there who has a medical background.
Well,
I don't know. I know I have definitely been to many sporting events, like high school level. Maybe not younger. I probably wouldn't be at anything younger than that, but like definitely high school. When I was in high school, there was an ambulance like on deck waiting for games.
So maybe they do it at like high school level stuff.
Yeah,
but I've never seen it at anything that was like
kid. I can't recall. So I can't say for sure that I have seen that, but I know that in my district there was definitely like an ambulance like on deck.
I will say my final thought on this though is why is your kid in sports right now during pandemic? Why are you letting
right?
I know that it's kind of like I feel
socially distance soccer.
Yeah, I feel like I kind of come back to this a lot, but I can't help it because like. You know, we're here.
Like, we should be at home.
Happening right now.
I mean, we were driving somewhere where we saw people out on a soccer field running like
over the summer.
Over the summer.
We saw like
they're
soccer.
on their masks, thank God, but also like right on top of each other.
Yeah, like
what the fuck?
I don't know. Just one of those things. Like I don't fuck.
So you're not the asshole for pulling him out, but you are the asshole for letting him play.
Well,
during a pandemic.
Well, that's just it. I mean, how much say does he have? Because it looks like the mom took him there. Yeah. He just showed up to it, which sometimes I don't know. The whole thing is I don't think he's the asshole though, and definitely don't fuck around if you get hit in the head, especially the side of the head. You know, like you're strongest in the fucking forehead. That's why you can headbutt somebody because you're strongest in the forehead. But the side of your head is not fucking strong.
Have you tested this out, AJ? Do you headbutt people?
I'm just saying what I know.
From experience.
The side of your skull is fucking not strong. Like,
there's a reason why people go to sleep.
Imagining AJ like bucking someone. Like,
God.
Oh, you got me now, Karen.
There's a reason why people go the fuck to sleep with a tap on the temple. Like,
it's
that's true. It's pretty thin. I've heard some horror stories about things getting hit in your temple.
Yeah, can make it can make you blind. Yeah, it can blind you too.
Yeah.
So what have you got for us, Sam?
Okay. Let's see. So, would I be the asshole if I fire somebody for reporting a coworker to HR because he asked her out on a date? And this one gets messy because
it's you.
Because of OP. Yeah, because it's me. Okay, so it gets a little confusing. I'll try to, just because of how they worded it, they didn't give them names. They just said coworker A and B. Okay, so I'll try to keep it as simple as I can.
Can we like name them like Albert and like, well, not Albert, like Alpha and Beta or something, just like so you don't get confused?
Okay, maybe. So Alpha is interested in Beta. Is that better for you? And asks her out. Now, obviously, this is something anybody should avoid in the workplace. So when this was brought to my attention, I obviously had to talk with Alpha why this is not the time or place for that. The way it was described to me was a harassment situation by HR. I asked what exactly he did, and all she said is that he asked her out. When she said no, he agreed and never brought it up again. So I asked if he is doing anything to make her uncomfortable or kept asking, etc., etc. Her answer was just that him asking made her uncomfortable. At first, I thought the report I received was maybe blown out of proportion, but her responses make it seem like she literally went straight to HR just because someone asked her out. I guess that is okay if it is truly a concern, but I feel like once I let her know that I talked to him about it and it won't happen again, everyone should just move on. Now, this happened about 3 weeks ago, and I noticed they aren't really working well with each other anymore. I always communicate with my workers, so I ask what is going on, and Alpha says Beta is avoiding him. He already apologized. I talked to him about why this wasn't a good question to ask, and I talked to her already and told her to leave it in the past. This honestly has me seriously annoyed because it seems to be slowing productivity down, especially because we have an office of only 5 people. So 3 weeks to the day, she is still avoiding him. So I asked, what is going on? And she just says she's uncomfortable with him. At this point, I have a meeting with my higher ups, and we will decide if it is okay to replace her with somebody else. Now, I obviously feel bad about firing somebody, especially during the pandemic and messed up job market, but I feel it is unbelievably unreasonable to not move past it and to let something that simple affect work. We really can't afford this slowdown with my small team. So what is the verdict here? I have already talked to her about it several times, and she is still uncomfortable, and I obviously cannot fire worker A or Alpha because he didn't do anything wrong other than asking her out, which he obviously acknowledged he will never do again. And in all honesty, I won't be able to replace him with someone of that skill level for the same pay, so I am really torn.
So
I feel like the only thing that it's holding me back is I need more details about the ask out situation, because I don't know if maybe she should maybe lighten up a little, or if she's right. I just need more information.
You know, the thing that makes me the most mad is in this certain situation is that I feel like if I was in a small office of only 5 people, and let's be honest here, she's probably the only fucking female.
Probably.
And one of these dudes asked me out on a date after I'd just gotten there, because in one of the one of the comments he says that she's just gotten there.
Okay.
I'd be uncomfortable working with this person because
for sure.
I don't know if he's going to ask again. Okay, he apologized, cool. But how many times have people apologized to us and then done the same fucking thing again in the workplace, you know?
Right.
Or also, okay, so he's apologized for that one thing, but what else is he doing? Could he possibly
be... That's where I need more information. Yeah. Why is she still uncomfortable? Is he giving her weird looks? Does he say weird shit under his breath? Because that's just things that happen, you know, when people get turned down, they start acting weird. So is he being a weirdy pants?
Yeah.
So if I get this correctly, he's basically saying, will I be the asshole if I fire the woman because she reported this issue? And
he just keeps reiterating that she won't let it go. Bruh.
I feel like I don't know. I can't really make any verdict because I feel like I need more information. Well, like I said, we could all make the assumption that he could be doing this. He could also not be doing this. He could have actually just fucking dropped it. Now, I get that it's very easy to lean towards the whole he's a dude, he could be doing this, but we really don't fucking know. The only thing we know is what this guy is telling us, who this guy seems to be pretty biased in his opinion, but so I want to know is this guy doing something to make this woman feel uncomfortable? I feel like we're being a key part of the story is being left out.
Well, see, the thing here is that you know, while they never say, I can only assume this is a man that's writing this. The OP is a man, because they don't seem to understand that if this person is doing something else to her to make her feel uncomfortable, they probably don't feel comfortable telling this dude.
Sure. You know? Yeah. So and that's a subtlety of the corporate workspace.
So someone said, so a man makes a woman uncomfortable and she has to get fired. And he replied, but I already told him to not do this again and explained to him why the workplace isn't somewhere you ask people out. I told him it can never happen again. And he respectfully agreed and apologized twice. So they said, I can totally understand why she would be uncomfortable around him because he's already expressed a sexual interest in her. And if she does anything that he misconstrues as flirting or interest, he goes, so can I, but I already saw him apologize to her, had a conversation with her, and told her to come to me if he does it again. But even with all that, she still seems to be uncomfortable around him, and it's affecting our productivity levels. So then move him somewhere else.
So
if that's an option, then move him. No one has to get fired.
Yeah, that's the biggest thing is it's kind of messy because let's say this dude did do everything right? Now, should you be asking out people at work? Probably not. Do people do it? Yeah, they fucking do it all the time because people are stupid. Is it a fireable fucking offense? No, it shouldn't be unless you fucking...
No, it's just weird. Don't do it.
It's fucking weird. Yeah. But at the same time, nobody deserves to be fired here, but if people aren't doing their fucking job, then that's a whole other issue. And really what needs to be presented, what needs to be brought up is the fact of going, hey, you know, our productivity is low, and where's our productivity getting low at? Is it getting low here? Okay, well, this is the bottleneck. What's the bottleneck? Fix the bottleneck. Why is this happening? Why are you not doing your fucking work? Okay, you know, like, they're like, trace it to the fucking source of what is happening. Is this dude not doing his work, or is he doing enough and then she's bottlenecking it because she feels weird around him but isn't doing it? It's like at that same level, I can empathize with the fact that maybe she feels awkward that she got asked out by this guy, right? But you're still there to do a fucking job. So it's an unfortunate thing, but you still have to do your fucking job. Like, do the job, do the work, do the work that you're there to be fucking to do. Like, does it suck that this happened to you? Yeah, it sucks.
Yeah,
but
this whole thing sucks. Absolutely,
but you're still there to do a fucking job, and if you're not doing it, then that can be the reason you can get fucking fired for something, because you're bottlenecking the whole company now because of this. Like,
and as we all know, HR does not care about the employees.
HR
they
doesn't
care
give a
about the
fuck.
employer. So you can't set yourself up like that. You know,
and it's
unfortunately.
It's just one of those things. Like, I hate saying it, but work doesn't care about your feelings. Radar. You know, like, and it should in a perfect world, but the workplace doesn't care about your feelings unless it's this thing that's actually truly bad and toxic. If now you're just uncomfortable because this guy asked you out and you just feel uncomfortable around him, I'm sorry, but do the fucking work that you're getting paid to do. Just ignore him and do the fucking work.
I think they should be separated. I don't think anyone should.
I can't agree with that, AJ.
I'm saying if they can be separate. Well, then what's your solution?
But I'm saying, like, I can't agree with the whole, like, man, I'm sorry he did that one thing, but if you're uncomfortable, tough shit, job's got to get done, like, blah blah blah. I can't agree with that because I've been in that situation and it fucking sucks.
What did you do? Did you stop doing your work?
Well, no, but I was in a comfortable situation. What makes me upset is this woman literally filed a harassment complaint, and HR took it seriously enough that it needed to be taken care of, right? Okay, he apologized, but she's still uncomfortable. She's uncomfortable in her fucking workplace where she makes money. Yeah. But you're saying that she should just get over it because he's apologized.
I'm not saying that she should get over. I'm saying the workplace doesn't give a shit. I'm saying in a perfect world, I fucking agree with you. I agree, but what do you do? That's not how the world works. Like, we could all be like, oh yeah, well, this should have happened. Well, it should have happened to begin with. I'm not saying
it shouldn't have happened. No,
I'm not saying that she should just get over it. I'm just saying that's unfortunately how this world is right now. That it can't be changed. Like, they can move him and they can work in two different spots, and that's a good solution. And that's if that can happen, that should happen. I'm just saying at the end of the day, like, if this dude did asked her a question or asked her out, which he shouldn't have done, that is wrong. He asked her out. Should not have done that. Is it fireable? Probably not. Unless he did it in a really creepy, fucking terrible way.
I mean, most jobs have a strict fucking no. No.
Well, if that's the policy that they have, then he should be fired.
Yeah, if that's the case, then he should definitely be fired.
I'm just
saying, like, what is the solution? And that's why I'm saying it's fucking messy and it's gray because ultimately
it sucks. The whole situation sucks.
Yeah, like, I mean, that's just
it's very, like, victim blamey.
It is, and that's what I'm saying. Like,
it's just a fucking shitty situation.
I don't know. In my opinion, if you're gonna go to work and you're gonna ask out your coworker, I think that's more of a fireable offense than a woman going to HR and saying I'm uncomfortable. Absolutely. And her being uncomfortable so that it slows down work is not the way that you don't fire her for that. Obviously, she's uncomfortable working with this dude now, but you're going to fire her because of her uncomfortableness. She's slowing down production. I think his shit is more fireable than hers.
But it just depends on what. It really depends on what he fucking did. It's like, are we basically just saying, like, oh, it's a fucking thing? Like, again, if he sexually harassed her, if he fucking went up and pinched her ass or some shit, yeah, fire this dude immediately. But, like, this is we don't know. Again, it's too open. We don't know if he literally just said, "Hey, would you like to get?"
Vague.
If he just said, "Hey, would you like to get some coffee with me sometime?" and that was it, then he should lose his job for that. Like,
while I can see where you're coming from,
I'm saying we should go about it without speculation.
I know, but in that sense, the thing is, in my opinion, it didn't come out of nowhere. He obviously thought that there were signs or some type of chemistry or some type of flirtatiousness or something was happening for
a woman being polite, at it again,
for him to even ask her to begin with.
Right.
And if that's the case, then he is completely 100% in the wrong, and he needs more. He needs to be told more than this wasn't okay, and it's only because I'm the boss and what I'm the boss, and he needs to be told it's not okay to do this in a work environment, especially in a fucking office of five people.
He was told that. That's the thing. He was told that, and he apologized. He was told that. The guy literally said, that's not correct. You don't do that in a workplace. So he was told that. But again, that's what I'm saying. We don't have all that much information. He was told this is not fucking cool. But like, people do this shit. Like, people ask people out on workplaces. Yeah, it's not. Some workplaces allow it, some don't. Some people go about it in a creepy way, some don't. Some people are just fucking saying, hey, whatever. Maybe I'm trying to fucking not look at things with such a goddamn negative point of view all the fucking time. Right. Like, because I don't want to just immediately vilify every fucking person because of a mistake they make. But like, I'm not saying she should lose her job. I'm not saying like, oh, she should lose her job because she went to HR.
I don't think she should lose her job. That's ridiculous.
It's one of these situations. It sucks because ultimately, like, there's a lot of things that people have done to make me feel uncomfortable at fucking work. But like, I could never bring it up because what's the fucking point? It's not going to change. They're not going to get rid of this person. I brought shit up before. It doesn't change. So it's either I do my fucking job or I lose my fucking job. Like, I mean, coming from a place where I literally
I get what you're saying, but it depends on what she's uncomfortable with. Like, I need more information.
That's what I'm saying. That's why, like, there's not
actually
enough.
Happened.
Yeah, there's not enough information to really make a fucking valid thing. Like,
because. But if she's still uncomfortable, then he probably is fucking weird and needs to get fired.
Yeah. I mean,
I just need more information. But I don't think she should be fired.
I just feel like at some point, also, her boss coming to her and constantly saying, what's the deal? Are you still uncomfortable? Is also another thing where she's probably going, man, I wish I hadn't gone to HR because now I'm just the office gossip. I complained and now everything is terrible.
That's fucking awful.
And now you're the bad guy.
Honestly.
Right.
I mean, you literally witnessed the saga of me complaining about my former boss for coming into work drunk and harassing me, or sending me pictures of people. Sending me pictures of himself bloody and bruised because he got in fights with people. He'd send them to me at work saying, look what I did to these people with fucking bloody, bruised hands, right? I went to HR and I complained. And guess who lost their fucking job over time? Me. Is that right? No. It's fucking terrible. But HR does not give a fuck about you.
They don't care.
Like, that was a whole saga of my fucking life was being in the worst, most toxic environment where I was uncomfortable every fucking day that I worked there. And I had to deal with the most abusive, homophobic, fucking sexist, racist boss I've ever had. And I brought all this up to HR numerous times, and then I'm the one that lost my job. And it sucks. And I'm not saying that this woman, that's why I do empathize with this woman. But at the same time.
Absolutely, because now she has a target on her back.
It sucks because so I'm not saying she should lose her job. I'm just saying in the way this fucking system works and the way the world works, and it sucks. In a perfect world, yes, fucking she should be able to have the power to say, this makes me uncomfortable and there should be a fucking solution. Unfortunately, there just isn't. And I don't know what that solution is because we don't have the information. Like, if this guy is harassing her and he's doing more, even if he's doing snide things, or even if he stopped talking to her, that can make it awkward. And I think that's grounds for him to be fucked up. Because like,
who's not doing the talking? We're assuming it's her, but maybe it's him. Maybe she's like retaliate. Maybe he is retaliating for being told on.
Yeah, for all we know, he could be the bottleneck in production. That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm saying that's why I was saying find the bottleneck in production. If it's him, he should fucking they need to do something about that, because maybe he stopped talking to her because now he feels so embarrassed.
Maybe he's like, well, fuck you, bitch, if you're not gonna go
that he got fucking denied, that he won't talk to her at all and he won't do his fucking job.
So this person has been replying to a lot of comments, and Reddit as a whole has been saying, look, you need to do something better. You can't just come on here and look for a solution on why you don't need the internet to say, yes, you're not going to be a moron for firing her. This is totally okay. A lot of people are like, you need to talk to the higher ups and you need to get with HR and you need to figure out a better solution than this. A lot of them were saying, you know, and I agree with this part. The problem is, too, if something else happens to her at this point, she probably won't complain because she'll think it'll be her last. So then you'll probably get an even worse situation and then she won't speak up. So he's decided that he's going to talk to HR and he's going to talk to his higher ups and they're going to put together like a what is it called? Like a performance improvement plan and see what they can do to fix this situation. And someone said that's good, but as I said below, I also think you're focusing too much on the fact that the guy apologized, not how a misunderstanding this severe happened in the first place. At the very least, your HR team and higher ups might want to take another look at your rules and your employee training around these issues, meaning why did he ask her out? Why did he think that it was okay? Not that he's apologized, but why did he think that it was okay to do this?
Yeah, I definitely agree with that for sure.
He said, thank you. I will bring up with HR and ask for more clarification on if it was only him asking her out or if there was more to it. It's just that when I asked her if he did anything else, and she said, no, this is why it threw me off, why she's still hanging on to it. So from his perspective, it is quite possible she told HR more, but she's uncomfortable with telling him more.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So,
see, that's where I just need more information. Do I want to kill this guy or what's going on?
And the problem here with this overarching thing with what she has to deal with is the fact that, again, by going to HR, all they see is the fact that you went to HR, you are a problem for the company. If you are a person who goes to HR, it's easier to get rid of you than it is to fix the problem. And I hate that that's a fucking thing. But so it sucks that she went to HR because now HR and the higher ups have to do all this extra work, right? Which they should because it's fucked up. But it sucks that ultimately she does have a target painted on her now because when they go, what's the problem? They don't go, oh, the problem is this dude. They go, the problem is these two people. Mm-hmm. You know, it's always that kind of shit where they try to have a meet in the middle where sometimes it's like, oh, well, everybody's a little wrong. And it's like, no, there's a wrong party and there's a victim. There's a victim and there's a victimizer. Not like you're both a little wrong. No, you're not. You're not wrong because you feel uncomfortable. You're not wrong for going to HR. You're not wrong for the decisions that you made. But it sucks that in the corporate world they lump you all together. If somebody goes to HR, even if they go to HR about you, like we've talked about the other stories where somebody goes to HR about like the sexual harassment thing because of sexy potatoes. They now have it on their thing as sexual harassment. Yeah. When all they're doing is fucking eating it, but on the paperwork and the fucking black and white world of paper, nobody cares. You put a blemish on them. Yeah. And now she's got a blemish on her. So in the grand scale question of will I be the asshole if I fire her? Yes. 100% you will be the asshole if you fire this fucking person because they went to HR because of this.
Looking for help.
Yeah, looking for help. You will definitely be the asshole here. Now, is the whole situation murky and a big mess?
Yes,
definitely.
Yes.
But you will be the asshole if you fire her for this. Like,
definitely the asshole.
Yeah.
That will make you an asshole if you fire her for this.
Yeah.
And honestly, if you're the manager of a place and you're getting your fucking tips from Reddit, maybe you shouldn't be the manager.
Right?
I mean, like, like, come on.
Right.
Like,
maybe it's not for you.
So.
This is a long. I didn't realize this was going to make y'all so upset.
Wow.
It made AJ very upset.
Oh, it didn't make me upset. It's just, I mean, I have a sore spot for corporate bullshit, especially when it comes to anything like this. And it's just one of those things, like, I see it and I hate it. And I empathize with it so much. But I also have a realistic view on how this shit works.
I think that's where I'm coming from also. It's like, okay, what happened versus what will really happen are two different things.
Yeah.
So technically, I've only been to HR about one thing before ever in my office work timeline. I've had several things happen to me at work that I needed to talk to a manager about. One of them was taken care of by a manager, a very high manager, which I was thankful for. I didn't have to file an official complaint. It was pretty serious, but it was also because several other people complained. Oh. Now, when I went to HR about harassment again, like for the first time when I was harassed in the same job by another person. That was when I was removed from the situation and that person got a raise.
Oh, no.
And then that was when I was like, okay, I see. It's all about who the higher ups like.
Yeah, it definitely is.
So, who causes the least trouble?
And the thing about that was, too, is that while, in the end, I was the one that, like, went to HR and said something, I was actually pushed to go to HR by my immediate manager because I had told him about it. And he was like, well, you told me, one of us has to report it.
Yeah.
So either it's you firsthand or it's me saying what you told me. And I was like, well, fuck. If it has to absolutely go on record now, I would rather it come from my mouth than through playing telephone, basically.
Yeah. Right.
And
so I was kind of forced into going to HR at that point.
And that's the problem too with this kind of stuff. Again, is it all comes down to that black and white paperwork where like I had a similar thing, and I even told people in my company, I even told HR, I'm worried about even talking to you about this because it puts a target on me. Oh, no, it doesn't, and blah, blah, blah. But it does. Because
But it does.
It 100% does.
Especially because the next time, if anything happens, say something happens to you, like you actually mess up, but it's like it's just a small thing, whatever, right? You do something bad. It doesn't fucking matter if you messed up because now you're the person who messed up that has a quote unquote record with HR or whatever.
Yeah.
And like, so you're the person who messed up with a record now. So they go, okay, well, you've already been to HR for this. We'd already talked about this. I'm like, yeah, but that's unrelated. It doesn't matter. Why are we talking to you so much?
Why we keep having to talk
why
to
do we
you?
have to keep talking to you? It's like, well, because this was me having a fucking mess up because, oh my God, a shipment didn't go out or whatever the fuck your job is. Or, I forgot to send an email. That's what you're talking to me about. You're talking about not sending an email. This is about me being harassed. Like, they're two different things, but they don't view it that way.
Yeah.
They view it as, I've spent fucking 45 hours talking to you. Like, it's like...
You're the greasy wheel, but not in a good way.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And so that whole greasy wheel gets the fucking... Or the squeaky wheel gets the grease bullshit.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
It's not good to be the fucking...
Greasy wheel.
It's not good to be the squeaky wheel.
Damn, greasy wheel.
Yeah.
Damn, I'm the greasy wheel. I'm sorry.
The squeaky wheel literally gets fucking cut off and removed. Like, they get rid of it. Like,
They just get a new tire.
They get a new fucking wheel, yeah.
Yeah, I get that.
Well, shall we get into our relationships? That's right.
Yeah, sure.
I said our relationships because I'm gonna burp.
Wow.
Because that's what you get for that. That's all you're getting for the misconnections. We decided on our season finale here, which is probably a good thing with how long that asshole was.
I know, right? We're not missing out on any time.
Yeah.
How long
We just didn't feel like looking through Craigslist this week.
Like, you know what?
Really
it's the fucking season finale.
story.
We're just gonna get to the fucking meat and potatoes of this whole thing. So we're jumping right into relationships. We got some shit planned for season 2 though. Don't you worry. We're not cutting the middle section out
We're not
completely.
giving up.
Yeah.
On misconnections. We just didn't
fucking feel
get
like
off my back.
Everyone sucks here. That's what we need to teach you all. Everyone sucks here. Sometimes.
The title is literal.
Yeah. With Sam, Sushie, and AJ, like we're
Sucking
in
the moat.
Sucking.
Yeah. Just sucking.
Just sucking. So who wants to go first? Who's got a good ender? And I mean like the grand ender, the season finale ender.
Not me. I don't have a season finale ending.
I'm trying to decide if mine's like really wacky and out there, but I don't know if it's a season ender.
I mean, it's got to be now because mine's not wacky enough. So.
Oh, okay. So mine's wacky.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we'll end it with Sam's. I got a decent little starter here.
Okay.
So it is. Let's see. How do I get my neighbor to stop trying to sell me stuff?
Oh no.
The ages are the OP is 36 female and the neighbor is 33 female.
Okay.
So I'll read that. Well, there's a TLDR at the beginning, but fuck that. My boyfriend and I moved in 2 months ago to a rental duplex. A family with 2 kids lives on the first floor. We don't share a ton in common, but that's besides the point. The wife has an Arbonne business. Arbonne is Arbonne.
Never heard of it.
I'm not sure what that is. An Arbonne business, which means she sells overpriced protein powder, bars, mixes, etc. from home.
Gross.
Okay, so I know.
That's all you need to know.
Yeah, gross. I know people have done.
Is it like a pyramid scheme thing?
Probably.
It sounds like
Okay.
Avon, but for like
Protein
protein
powders.
bars and shit like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I don't know if you guys ever know anybody who sold Avon.
Oh
shit.
yeah. Oh
So,
yeah.
like,
It's more than likely a pyramid scheme.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
that's most likely what it is. So she added me as a friend on Facebook. Mistake, and immediately invited me to her
Mistakes.
Facebook group for the business.
I get this shit all the time and I always fucking delete it. Don't ever fucking invite me to nothing.
Next time someone invites me,
No, I don't want to go to your
Facebook.
Tupperware party. Leave me
No.
alone.
No one buys Tupperware from you, Karen. Jesus Christ.
God, I get on Amazon like every other normal person.
Right?
Ugh.
When I made a post on Facebook about how I'm going to try to get my physical trainer license, she messaged me privately to tell me all about her own business.
Ugh.
That's what I love is when someone's like, I'm going to do something to better myself. And somebody messages like, well, let me tell you all about me.
Got a story for you about me.
This is why I could never make it selling anything.
So she's going to be like, I got this new fucking makeup look. I'm like, well, you know what? I just started painting on canvases. Like, okay. Like,
I know, like completely unrelated. Like, okay,
cool, thanks.
cool.
We're all artists here.
Well, I got into oil painting.
Yeah, exactly. It's always like that weird, like, I gotta one up you. I gotta be on your
The
level.
one-upper,
Like,
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you know, I've been to the Louvre, so is it the Louvre or the Louvre?
The Louvre.
The Louvre is the bathroom,
The
right?
loo is the toilet.
Yeah,
So
I've been to the Louvre. Oh, you're into art? I've been to the Louvre.
I hate it here. Fucking hate it here.
I've been out of a job for a year and a half. I also have moved 5 times. Jesus, that's a lot in a year and a half. I also moved 5 times and now live in an area with very decent paying jobs. I made it clear that I am way behind on bills and depend on my boyfriend to get us by right now. She kept writing back on Facebook telling me how she understood. I apologized and directly told her I cannot afford to buy anything right now, but wished her luck. And she said she understood and wanted to create a gift pack for me anyway. I again reiterated that I could not afford to buy her stuff. She left me the, quote, gift pack on our stairs. The way gift pack is in quotes makes me think she like took a shit in a bag and put it on the stairs.
And then set it on fire, rang the doorbell, and ran away.
You
What a
won't buy my protein powders, will ya?
here's my own protein.
I'll show you.
It was a plastic bag full of samples. I tried the powder and one of the bars and figured she got that I was in a hard position and was just trying to include me on her social thing and business for when I did get a job. I figured that was it, but no. She sent another message asking how I liked the products and if I had any questions on how to use them. I don't really know what to do at this point other than not respond. I already made it clear that I can't find a decent work to pay my own bills. Have been out of work for over a year and I'm working part-time at low-paying jobs and can't pay my bills and I'm relying on my boyfriend 100%. There's no question I'm struggling. Her attempts to, quote, include me and proceed, or her attempts to, quote, include me and to proceed to sell me expensive crap are really, really demeaning and insulting. I totally understand this. I like when people like, they don't empathize with your struggle and they're just like, let me just help you a little bit. No, fucking, the more you fucking do this, the more you're making me have to relive my own fucking trauma. Of being poor.
Yeah.
Like, because you can't,
Like, I don't care about your essential oils. I don't have food in my fridge right now.
I want to return what I used to her doorstep, honestly, or I want to return what I used to her doorstep, honestly, but that is harsh and vindictive. I think I will just not respond because I told her 4 times already I can't afford my own bills right now and never mind expensive protein powder. Is that what I should do? How would you handle this? So
I would ghost the fuck out of her like I did my last neighbor.
yeah.
Right. Like if you're not friends with this person,
Yeah.
it doesn't make a difference to your regular life. They're just trying to guilt you. They're trying to use like a selling tactic. They're not taking no for an answer. But in this case, she really is struggling and it's making her feel bad.
This is classic.
You shouldn't have to keep explain. It's an awful thing to have to keep saying to someone like, no, I literally don't have the money right now.
Yeah.
It's not I don't want to, or maybe an invitation to keep talking me into it. It's aggressive.
This is classic sleazy car salesman tactics of like where like they sit there and you tell them all these fucking problems you have and they go, well, you know, maybe we can help you with this. I mean, like this is the shit where small little tangent, but I used to work for AT&T at one point, but like I did the mobility sales and service, so basically the shit over the phone, and we had to. Every single time somebody called in about their bill or anything, no matter what, if we ended up on the phone with somebody, we had to convert it into a sale. So what that meant was when somebody called in and they talked about, oh, I'm over my data or whatever, right? Well, we had to go, oh, you know, I'm sorry that you're over your data. Well, why don't you look at this package, this home internet package? Because if you have home internet, then you can just use your Wi-Fi and you won't go over your data. Never mind the fact that you're paying money and adding a fucking package that you don't have. All you have is your fucking cell phone plan, but now you're gonna have a cable and home phone that you don't need, that you're paying for. So it's like, it's literally preying on that shit. And like, while the human in me fucking felt bad because of this shit, this is my fucking job part of me, had to try to convince people to do this shit. And ultimately, when you're dealing with people like this, they're not listening to you. All they're doing is going, how can I use these same words and restructure it to get you to buy my shit anyway? And that's what this fucking neighbor's doing. But she's doing a bad job at it because the person already knows this and she won't fucking drop it.
This woman doesn't own her own business. She's in a fucking pyramid scheme, and she's been brainwashed to think that she can do this fucking shit. This is not somebody I have any interest in even being friends with. Like, if you can fall for being like introduced to any of these fucking schemes,
like those skinny tea things and shit like that.
Bruh, I'm not
brain power to be friends with me. I'm sorry.
The fact that you've already said no 4 fucking times. Now you can say fuck no. Now you can say go fuck yourself.
Now
I'm done. Like, dude.
Now you put a bag of shit on her doorstep.
Now you put a bag of shit on her doorstep.
I guarantee
Light it, girl.
You shit in that bag and then you return it with the protein powder in it. I guarantee she'll stop talking to you.
And I feel really bad for the OP because like being in that sort of situation, you just have constant anxiety about just life in general. And now she has to deal with how do you politely, or having to think about how like staying polite.
Now you don't. Now she doesn't need to be polite. Now it's the time where she no longer needs to be polite.
Right. Because now she has constant anxiety about feeding herself and keeping a job and not moving. And now she has to worry about this random ass bitch that she kind of sort of knows hounding her all the time about something she has no intention of purchasing.
My advice would be to, one, ghost her completely because it's your fucking character neighbor.
Yeah, fuck it.
And if she continues constantly, then I would probably go to the boyfriend and be like, hey, you need to fucking get this woman to stop harassing me. Because what's the boyfriend doing all this? Like, obviously.
Or maybe.
So, like, I'm just like, go over there, fucking say something, whatever the fuck. But at the end of the day, like, I think ghosting is the best approach because it sucks that they're neighbors. That's the problem.
Yeah.
Is they're neighbors, so, like, she can't fully escape her. Yeah. But, like, you can still ghost her and then hope she fucking gets it. Like,
maybe since they are neighbors and there's that, like, awkwardness about the mailbox or whatever, maybe she should just say like, I personally didn't like it, maybe it's for someone else, and just drop it that way. If she says that she doesn't like the product, you can't really buy it if you don't like it.
Yeah, honestly,
maybe that is the way.
Fucking make up some bullshit like, oh yeah, I have fucking candida or some
give me
shit.
A stomach ache or something like that. Like, I just don't like it.
Yeah, just fucking say, make up that you can only eat certain things. You got a disease, you get whatever.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Or, something, because she's worried about the, like, quote unquote relationship. And I get it. That sucks. This is your neighbor. You have to see them. It's awkward. But she's already not taking no for an answer. So maybe she should just say she's allergic to something in it and she's just not interested, or. Didn't like it.
I would literally not respond. I would ghost her completely. I would wait until I would always constantly look outside my door to make sure she wasn't out there. So when I had to go get the mail, I didn't have to worry about walking into her.
See,
That's just me.
I wouldn't go that far. Like, I would ghost her, but like, I don't want to go so far that I have to change my life to accommodate this fucking creepy stalker.
Right.
So I would rather them want to go inside when they see me, because now I've weirded them out so much that like when I go out to get the mail, they fucking scurry back in, and then they're peeking out the blinds waiting for me to go back inside so they feel safe enough.
I don't want to peek out the blinds because someone else made me uncomfortable. Fuck them.
Exactly. I'm gonna turn the tides. I'm gonna shit in that bag.
God.
Yeah. I'm gonna shit in their mailbox.
Yeah. That's how you handle things around here, right? Just shit in bag, and
This is why our neighbors hate us.
we've lost so many neighbors to shitty bags.
Did you shit in their
I've
mailbox?
lost so
You did,
many.
didn't you?
I've lost so many bags. AJ just keeps taking the bags, and I don't know where he goes with them. He just takes the bags into the bathroom, and then I never see the bags again.
Wow.
They call me the bag bandit.
Oh my God. We'll never escape that story. Ever.
Season 2, we're erasing all history of it.
Oh, we have to have like a top 10 countdown of like
Right?
most ridiculous stories.
Yeah.
Coming in at number 3.
And we'll get fucking Total Request Live. Top 10 fucking.
Oh my God, yes.
All right,
So,
Susie, what you got?
What you got?
Okay. How do I deal with a toxic housemate who doesn't believe in my disability?
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. So I'm a UK university student who lives with 4 other people. 2 I like and I'm happy to live with. Both have gone home over lockdown and won't be back until next semester. I would love a roommate that I never saw either. Best roommate ever. You're paying the bills. I'll have to fucking see you. Yeah.
Right.
Another I barely talk to. And finally, one who's an awful person.
Uh-oh.
He's a COVID denier who thinks that since the worst case scenario predicted didn't happen, everyone was wrong about the virus and we should have just ignored it, and has openly stated that he's in favor of letting the old and vulnerable die to protect the economy. What? He claims that experts shouldn't be listened to due to a handful of occasions where they were wrong. He has a nasty habit of attacking people for different political beliefs and loves to act superior while disparaging others as idiots.
How the fuck do you live with him to begin with?
I know, right? He's incredibly self-centered, refusing to help with the cleaning, claiming it's not his stuff. He's a racist, shocking, who wishes that Trump designates BLM a terrorist organization, which is really interesting because they started this with they're in UK.
I was going to say.
So, first of all, mind your business, okay? UK, get back over there. This is our stuff. Go deal with yourself. UK. He's a misogynist who's complained how women abuse charities have been hijacked by radical extreme feminists. That sentence was weird, but I think I got the idea.
Yeah.
He believes that ADHD, which I told him I have, is fake. And when I pointed out that literally every qualified organization disagrees with him, his response was that those same organizations think climate change is real. This he's a climate denier as well. You're probably wondering why I'm living with him then.
Yes.
Yeah. What do you do?
How the
This
fuck
is
did you
weird.
How the fuck did you get here?
Your record scratch. You're probably wondering how I ended up in this situation. Like,
Yes, we are.
Frankly, I am too.
One of the 2 housemates I like invited me to live with him. Unfortunately, that came with the others, including him. I did it. Okay, so they were like invited and they were
Okay.
like a package deal.
Okay.
Can they vote him off the island? If,
At
like,
this point, Jesus.
be like, all right, listen, Tom, you fucking suck. Get out.
Had this redneck get over here.
yeah.
I know. I didn't know
American
there were
redneck
rednecks
into
in
the
the UK, but here we are. Jesus. I didn't know him at the time, so I didn't know what I was getting myself into. I've given some thoughts to moving out, but I'm reluctant to do so for 3 reasons. 1, the house is incredibly cheap. Chances are moving will see my rent go up by £50 or more. 2, the house is in a great location with multiple nearby shops, pubs. You shouldn't be going to pubs. And the house of one of my closest friends is nearby. 3, moving out will require me to find a replacement tenant. I'm still obliged to pay rent until I find one, which could be very difficult. I can't afford to be paying for 2 houses. Therefore, I need to find a way to deal with him. My solution so far has just to not engage with him, which has worked out all right. But when I'm with others, such as the 2 housemates I like, and he's around, he tends to butt in. Not to mention he's loud and opinionated. Who would have seen that coming?
Right?
So it's hard to avoid his lectures when I'm anywhere near. I try to ignore him, but I honestly just feel the urge to punch him often. Maybe you should act upon those feelings. And it's hard to resist. Does anyone have any tips on how to deal with him? TLDR, I need advice on how to manage a toxic housemate. So he's a climate denier. He's a COVID denier. He's racist. He doesn't believe in Black Lives Matter. I think they can get a house meeting and vote him off the island.
For real. Yeah.
I don't think it's that hard to hide a body.
Especially in the UK.
That too. Right? There's got to be a lot of pig farms over there, right?
Yeah.
I mean, like, that, 1, do a house meeting, vote this dude out. But 2,
right.
I just fucking walk away anytime he started talking.
Honestly,
I would just literally walk away. He's gonna talk to me. Like, stop talking to me.
I guarantee you the other housemates probably feel the same. They probably feel the same.
Out of one 21-year-old.
Yeah, I guarantee you the other way, especially if everybody else kind of like gets along and hangs out. I bet everybody else is tired of his shit too.
Yeah, especially the older you get.
It probably wouldn't be that hard to vote his ass off the fucking island.
The island.
But also, I too would do exactly what AJ said. Just fucking walk away. Like, you spewing some shit, I'm done.
Needing to walk on eggshells in your own home is very exhausting.
We've said this time and time again. You should not be made to feel uncomfortable in your own living space, and that comes down to even if you're with fucking roommates.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That would absolutely drive me crazy if I couldn't have any type of conversation with a human being who lives in my fucking apartment.
Yeah.
Right.
Without it turning into this shit.
You know, the people like this too, again, I feel like I say it like kind of in jest sometimes or as a joke, but like really it's like, how do you not have any hobbies? To like if your hobby is literally being this type of person, like what do you do for fucking fun? Because I feel like that's their entire personality.
I was gonna ask, what the hell does this dude like?
Like that's like the entire personality is to be like, instead of talking
drinking.
About,
I bet you this guy likes drinking.
Raging drunk all the time.
Like they don't have a personality. They have nothing they do for fun. All it always is just complaining about everything. And it's like, okay, just shut up. Just shut the fuck up.
I don't think anybody's ever told him to shut the fuck up. But it sounds like he's
never been told.
It sounds like at some point in time, somebody's going to get so sick and tired of hearing this fucking shit and tell him.
I feel like, maybe putting some bars of soap in a pillowcase might be the way to go. I don't know. He sounds like he sucks.
God, I cannot imagine just constantly having to listen to this barrage of fucking complaining from one singular person in the house.
And shit like this, like the earth is flat, climate change isn't real, COVID isn't real. I can't take all of those opinions from one person.
Because you know that it comes out of fucking nowhere, too.
Yeah.
You know, it's literally people just, like, enjoying something, and then he comes along and goes, black people aren't real.
Oh, yeah.
You know, like, and you're like, what?
They're not real.
Yeah. They were made up.
Have you really seen think about it. Have you really seen a black person?
Like,
God.
they were literally, they were made up by the Democrats, and, like, it's just like... Dude,
and fucking Kevin's like, we're in the UK.
Yeah, like, dude, we're talking about our favorite tea. What are you talking about? Like,
Right.
What are you on about right now? We're literally discussing like how to
I
cook
watch
this
the
steak.
BBC and Doctor Who. Leave me alone. I'm
We're
vibing.
literally watching the Great British Bake Off. What are you doing?
Right.
Like,
I'm trying to chill.
I don't you know that it comes out of fucking nowhere. You know that he sees people enjoying something and he has to go shit on it immediately. Whether it's the hobby they're doing that's connected to something, because like, oh yeah, I bet a bunch of terrorists love this kind of stuff too. And like, dude, they're playing fucking chess. This is the Queen's Gambit. What are you talking about? Like,
I think this whole podcast is just seeing how long it takes for Sam to be sick of both of us. Never takes long.
well, women don't exist. They're made up by the patriarchy. Women are made up by the patriarchy.
Again. I'm sandwiched between two fucking idiots.
You know what really ruined the patriarchy? Women.
Yeah.
Women, am I right?
Oh my God. Women, am I right?
Does anybody else have any good, advice for that guy? Or what were the comments like?
Oh my God. Okay, let's see what the comments were like. Move. I'll be honest, sounds like worth the hassle to move out. Are you on the lease? I'm not sure about the laws where you live, but if not, you may just need to give notice, and it's up to your roommates to find a new housemate. That's a good point. Like, are you actually on the lease? If not, I'd be like, fuck you.
Right?
I'm like, see you later. Legally, I have to continue paying rent until a replacement is found. So I guess maybe they are on the lease. If I stop, my credit is rewarded. Okay, so they're on the lease. They're on the lease for real. Yeah, it's like move out if you can. This sounds like a bad situation.
Yeah, that's. I'm sorry for anyone that has to live with a fucking redneck.
Yeah,
especially
anyone
in the UK.
If you are a European listener, please tell me about your rednecks. I didn't know you guys had them here.
Right?
I'm confused.
How do you grow up as an American redneck in the UK?
How does that work? A Trump supporter in the UK? What does that even mean?
Do they even have fucking Natty Light over there? Like, what are they?
Oh my God, it's gotta be the Bud Light.
Are you smoking Black and Milds over there? What's going on?
Black and Milds? No.
What are you doing? Who's a Trump supporter in the UK? He's the worst fucking stain on American history. What are you talking about? Is there really a group of people that believe this in the UK? Not here, obviously.
Yeah.
We're questionable.
There's gotta be.
That deny ADHD. This person is out of control. I thought they were smarter over there.
Honestly, it's one of those things that I've seen it a lot, where there's a lot of foreigners that have this weird respect for Trump. We saw it on fucking 90 Day Fiance. Dude from Nigeria wanted to come over.
Oh yeah.
And he was his fucking fiance gifted him a whole bunch of Donald Trump shirts and shit.
Yeah,
and it's his favorite thing ever, because he wanted to come over and be as successful as Donald Trump or whatever. Because all they see, they don't see the actual news. Yeah, I know, right? They don't see the real shit. They just see bullshit. So it's yeah, but it's a surprising amount, unfortunately, of fucking stupid people. Believe it or not, most of the planet's pretty fucking dumb.
Very true.
All right, we've made it. Are you ready for mine?
The last story of season 1 of Everyone Sucks Here podcast.
All right.
Here we go.
Bring it on home, Sam.
My partner tried to destroy a 5G tower near our house after I got COVID.
I just imagine him trying to tear it down with his bare hands.
Okay, but
Imagine just going like fucking Donkey Kong.
Except it wasn't the man.
That's what I said. I just saw that. It's a fucking...
My 29 male partner, 28 female, tried to destroy a 5G tower near our house after I got COVID.
Okay, my mind is blown.
Okay,
I'm ready.
Exactly the title. Got diagnosed with COVID a couple of days ago. Feel like I have a fucking COVID. Can't really do anything but lay in bed and be miserable. I'll be fine. It just really sucks. So yesterday, Thanksgiving, I get a call. It was my partner calling from the police station. Not only is she not supposed to leave the house because she is likely infected at this point too, but she has been arrested because she was caught trespassing at the site of the 5G tower half a mile from our home. And she had a backpack full of fire-starting materials, which the cops took as evidence for planning to commit arson. Yep. I was just fucking blown away. I seriously thought it was some deranged fever dream from being sick. She straight up admitted she was going to attack it because, quote, it gave me the virus. She believes COVID is spread through the air by 5G, and it's been a source of on and off argument between us for months. She won't listen to a word I or any credible sources say, only YouTube videos and crazy conspiracy theorists. I really can't deal with this anymore. It's one thing to agree to disagree, but I don't know how she could actually do something that dangerous and stupid. It's insane. I think I need to break up with her, but I can't help feeling guilty in some way. In her mind, she was trying to get justice for me, I guess. She's fiercely devoted to me, and other than the conspiracy theories, I can't imagine being in a better relationship. If I hadn't gotten sick, she wouldn't have done this. How can I break it to her that our relationship is over? I love the fact that he said, other than the conspiracy theories, I can't imagine being in a better relationship.
I mean, okay, so it's not as bad, but it's literally, that's like the people who are like, well, you know, he's great to me. He's just a little racist. And it's like, that doesn't erase it, dude. Like, that's terrible. Like, they're not great at all. They're terrible. Like,
So someone said, you think you need to break up? Never stick your dick in crazy. Get out of there while you still can, but do be careful, please. Don't be 40 years old and think, damn, I married the wrong woman. Their reply was, I know it sounds crazy, but she's not a dangerous type of person at all.
She tried to fucking light a tower on fire. What do you mean she's not dangerous?
She's so gentle and kind, and I couldn't imagine being 40 thinking I chose the wrong person. She's amazing. Then she did this, and now I feel like she's possessed or something that isn't anything like her. I want to believe it's just some kind of temporary insanity, but I know I can't take that risk.
Being speechless. I think now is a great, obviously they should break up, right? But now anyone who's listening, if you have anyone in your life who's like really riding the trains of like these conspiracy theories at this point in the game, now's a great time to do some spring cleaning on people that you know. Just clip them. Give them the clip. Give them the good chop, you know? Whether it's a throat chop, a karate chop, whatever chop you want to give them. If you know people at this point in COVID, we are now in December, numbers are the worst they have been, still denying, still thinking 5G and the birds just need their batteries changed, all that shit, cut them off. There's no fixing this. There's no fixing this.
Man, months of warning signs obsessing over violent conspiracy theories and refusal to listen to reason. She must have all of a sudden totally been possessed by a demon motivated by the exact stuff she's been saying all this time.
Yeah, it's like you said that you were literally arguing with her about these small things. That these are things you were like, if you're arguing about fucking 5G, do we live? I mean, God, do we live in the dumbest fucking timeline or what? Like,
we really do.
We really do. The amount of stupidity, and this year alone, this 1 year alone, I am fucking floored by the stupidity of people. Holy shit.
It's really bubbled to the surface aggressively because before it was very easy to like ignore it, one, or two, just like circumnavigate it or just flat out make fun of it and, you know, no one takes that seriously. But the amount of this shit that's bubbling to the surface so quickly and so aggressively, it's not even funny anymore. It's just,
you know,
wow.
I could never be with someone who didn't think the moon landing was real, let alone someone who thought that you got a virus from 5G towers.
Yeah, from 5G, from your fucking Wi-Fi in your phone.
I don't even know where the fuck that train of thought came from. I don't know what started it. I'm afraid to go down the rabbit hole of finding out, but I have no idea what started that. Like,
I don't know. I mean, you and I were walking through the park one day when we overheard this man tell this woman, well, you know, they put up that 5G tower over there next to us.
Yeah.
Like, what?
Yeah.
Like, it's not even funny anymore.
It's not. It's that's the annoying thing is it's so stupid that it's not even funny anymore because it's too real.
Because of how many people have taken it way too seriously, like
Yeah.
actually seriously, and done stupid things like this.
But my brand is making fun of people.
I
So,
know.
like, it's not even funny anymore. Like, how am I supposed to go on? They need to go back into obscurity where I can just laugh at them. But now it's just like, oh, boo-boo, you need help.
Yeah, like
You need assistance.
she's toxic. Dump her for one.
Yes. Yeah. You can't fix crazy
But-
like that.
Also, watch your back because she might burn your house down. Like,
Someone said, imagine spending your life with someone who is so anti-science, and instead of caring for you and enjoying what she can of the holidays, she hatched a plan and acquired the materials to do crimes. Break up with her.
and that's
Correct.
That's the stupid thing too about this kind of stuff is they think it's a small thing. It's like, okay, what happens when you have kids? What, you know, like, how are you going to raise your kids with your wife's fucking insane conspiracy theories, fucking QAnon bullshit? Like,
Yeah. Is she an anti-vaxxer? Is she going to vaccinate
Yeah,
your children?
like-
or is she believe in
100%.
those conspiracies too?
Once you go one way, you're just
yeah,
all
you're
there.
full on there.
It's like a gateway drug, right? Like
Yeah.
you get one stupid conspiracy theory in, and you can believe them all. Honestly,
Yeah. So it's just like, it's so much. Like they always think like this small. Oh, she's just lovely. Other than that, but it's like, what about think long term, dude? Like, think about how what.
And in another post, he literally says, we've talked about kids. Bruh, she's going to be an anti-vaxxer.
She's gonna be worse than that. She's gonna be fucking terrible. Like, she's gonna not
Ugh.
vaccinate him. She's gonna fucking indoctrinate them into some more bullshit. Fucking.
she's gonna make him play with a concussion in his soccer game
Also,
because she doesn't believe in concussions.
Yeah.
let me just state this real quick too, just to anybody who's I don't think we have any 5G fucking idiots listening, but
I doubt it.
5G is new in America, right? Right?
Yes.
So it's a new thing in America. You realize 6G has been out in the Netherlands for like years, right? Like, and a lot of European countries. They're
Yeah.
so far ahead of us.
Yeah.
They've had 4G, 5G, 6G now, way ahead of us, right? So if your logic was there that it started the virus, why didn't the virus exist in those nations like 10 years
First.
ago?
Yeah.
Yeah, 10
Right.
years ago when they had 5G before we did.
Yep.
So
Because that's science, AJ.
I know. It's just, but the fact,
YouTubers don't make videos about that.
yeah, like,
Yeah.
it's so stupid. It's like, and not only is it stupid because you think a fucking a virus could be transmitted through electrical waves. That's a whole other degree of stupid. But it's like that. You don't have to do that much research to realize that it's impossible. Like, you don't even have to do
Yeah.
research. It's fucking impossible. But like, 5G has existed in other countries well before we had it here. Like, years before. Like, they're past 5G. Like, we're
Because they also think that America's the only country on the planet.
Yep.
yeah, that too. Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
They invalidate everything else that's going on worldwide because America.
Dude,
best.
dump her ass.
Dump her ass and don't feel bad about it.
And no, don't feel bad about it. She decided while you were incredibly sick with COVID that she was going to go get arrested.
I bet you she doesn't wear a mask, and I'm gonna bet she's the reason you got COVID.
Oh.
Probably.
She might.
Ooh, interesting
She
point.
might have brought it home because she probably went
Because
out.
she doesn't wear a fucking mask.
Yeah, because she doesn't wear a mask and she don't believe in fucking anything, and she probably gave it to you, and now you're feeling the fucking effects of it.
Listen, AJ, she was stressed. She had a long day of carrying in Dunkin' Donuts, yelling about how she doesn't have to wear a mask. She has a condition. She's tired, AJ. Get off her back.
Right? She's. You don't understand. I can't. My doctor said nothing. You've never been to the doctor.
Right. She has a condition. It's real.
He said that if I don't get my caramel macchiato, that I'm going to throw a fit. That's what he
Do
said.
not let me into this public establishment. How dare you?
We live in a fucking timeline where there's a global pandemic and we're letting people cough on people and they're not getting arrested for it. I hate this timeline.
I hate it.
I hate
it
this
here.
timeline.
I hate it here. It's ghetto.
I just don't understand why we had to be born during this timeline. Why us?
What the fuck did I do?
I'm so fucking angry.
Yeah, can't buy a house, give student loan debt.
Next time I see my parents, I'm punching them in the fucking gut.
Right?
Like, God damn it.
Because two morons had to fucking 30 years
Have me
ago.
in the 80s, will ya?
Right.
Now I gotta
Yep.
deal with this shit. I gotta
Thanks a lot, parents.
I gotta pay rent all the time. Every day.
I didn't ask for this.
I didn't ask for this.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm suing them for being born. I'm sick of this shit.
Can we sue them? Can we?
We're going to.
Let's do it. Class action settlement, guys. Let's go. If we all do it.
Sam has here the receipt from
My own birth.
her own birth.
I have proof that I was born and I don't like it.
What are they gonna do? Put me back?
God.
Compensation for this trauma.
In the form of one house, one car, and all my bills paid off.
Right.
Was there any updates to this?
I don't fucking know. I don't think so.
Yeah.
I really don't. But just remember, folks, arson is a very good reason to break up with somebody.
Even if they love you a little
Yeah.
bit, they still try to
It's not
burn
worth
down
it.
a
Yeah.
building.
Like I said, now is a great time. If you have anyone in your life still almost a year into this virus, 1 year, right? We're in
Oh,
this.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
And they're still thinking, I don't know what they're thinking. just cut it off.
They're not.
It's not worth it. If you're not going to change their mind, they're going to kill themselves because they're fucking stupid.
But
the
if
only
you
thing
stick
you can
around,
do
they
is
might
save
kill
yourself.
you too. So,
Yeah. And you shouldn't go out because they're going out.
Yeah.
Don't let them drag you down there.
This is the situation right now. Life in general is we're in a plane that's going down, and you got to put the air mask on yourself. And if the air mask is cutting off your toxic weirdo girlfriend that tried to set a 5G tower on fire because she thinks that's where COVID's going, put on that mask, cut her off.
I want to know
You gotta
how.
save yourself.
I want to know how she was gonna set a metal tower on fire.
Yeah, where was that gonna go? What was she?
I just want.
What was the next
I
step?
want to know what was in the bag. Was there like a flare gun?
Dynamite? Like, what was
Like,
it?
was there like 4th of July like sparklers? Like, what the fuck was in the bag?
What was in the bag?
One singular fucking Bic lighter.
Yeah. and again, like what the
It
whole
was a Bic lighter and those hand pop things from the ice cream truck.
Oh yeah.
You know what? You throw them on the cement. She's got it.
Is she one of these people who thinks that firing a gun at something like sets it on fire? So she
Yeah.
like poured some gasoline on the bottom and then like tried to shoot it. Like,
Right. What was in the bag? God damn it. A bunch of idiots.
and she
Was she
wasn't
going to
even-
chop
she
it
wasn't
down like a
even-
tree?
She wasn't even smart enough to not get caught. How are you gonna be
I know.
trespassing?
how the fuck are you gonna be with somebody who is stupid enough to get caught?
Come on.
Come on now.
These are all compelling reasons to just dump her. She's
I wonder if they've
toxic.
like.
That's got to be the new that's the new standard, right? So you get with somebody and then you go send them to trespass through a place, and if they can make it through and out to the other side where you're waiting for them without getting arrested, then you can start a relationship.
Do you think they've had
But
to?
if
Do you think they've had to beef up security at 5G towers?
Ooh, maybe.
God, probably. Well,
I can't believe this is the world we live in.
I can't believe that's the last story of this fucking season.
Wow. We did it.
We did
so
it,
What are your takeaways of this podcast and season 1, guys? How did
Yeah.
you feel about it?
Let us know. Send us messages or fucking emails or whatever. You know, it's the internet. You know how to get a hold of us. Those
Yeah.
ways.
Don't forget, you can totally follow all of us on Twitter at
ESH Podcast.
and at our own handles at Sam Without a Plan.
And
At Sushie Monster.
at AJ McGuckin. All one word.
All one fucking
We
weird
keep
word.
the underscores out.
Yeah, no underscores here. Not anymore.
Yeah.
That's for losers.
But
Yeah,
you know-
underscores are for losers. But I am very happy about doing this podcast, about doing it with you two. I love it when I get like messages on Twitter from listeners. Like, I love that everyone is like like my Discord server community,
yeah.
they're really into the podcast, and they like talk about it together and like review episodes. And I love how excited everyone is because we do genuinely love making this podcast.
Oh yeah.
And it's really fun seeing other people enjoy it too.
This has also been really, really good for us as a huge like distraction too this year, which has been really, really nice. And being able to share it with others has been like really cool.
I dream of the days when we're doing this podcast and COVID's gone and we get to see the crazy in its raw form without being like touched on by COVID. Like I can't wait to get some like non-COVID crazy stories.
Yeah,
I know.
We've only existed in the years of COVID right now. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that too. Yeah. It's gonna be a good year coming up. So
yeah, I'm excited to see where the podcast can go next season and this upcoming year. This has been a lot of fun.
So we got
this year has been pretty terrible, but I think it's gonna be better next year. I do.
Yeah, I'm holding out hope. So hopefully things get better, and at the very least we'll still have the podcast. We'll be coming back beginning of January 4th with a minisode, January 6th for a full episode. And, we got some exciting stuff in store to announce in the new year.
Oh,
so
yeah.
Be sure to, if you're gathering for fucking holidays, don't.
Don't have a happy holiday.
Have a happy holiday, regardless.
Whatever it is that you do or do not celebrate, just don't celebrate it with people.
Fucking keep wearing a mask. Fucking Black Lives still matter. Your relatives are all probably pretty stupid, so just don't go over to their house and don't let them over to your house. Who cares? It's one fucking
You'll be
year.
all right. You can skip the dry turkey. You're not missing out on anything,
fine.
I promise.
Yeah.
We ate chili, and you can too. So
yeah. So the next time we see you guys, it's going to be the new year. So I wish both of you a happy and healthy holiday. Happy New Year. I know I'll talk to you, but this is the last time we're going to talk on the
well,
I'm talking to them for 3 weeks, guys. I talk to them all day
cut
long.
off all communication. I'm literally not going to speak to Sam.
Blocking them both.
The moment we hit stop, I'm not saying a word to Sam for 3 weeks, 4 weeks, however many weeks it is. So
don't even look at her.
Yeah.
But I do wish you two a happy and healthy holiday and a great new year and lots of fun content to come. And listeners too.
Yeah, we wish you guys all very well. Thank you so much for listening this year. Hopefully you have a good new year as well, Sushi. And we
No, I love you guys.
I like you too.
Everyone sucks.
Oh. He's keeping it real. We do suck.
Family.
Yeah.
I love how we can all be communally angry about the same things. Like that's the best part.
Yeah.
So.
Isn't it
mutual
funny how
hatred.
this whole podcast came from Sam and I just reading stupid stories on my Twitch channel? And it turned into this beast.
Yeah, I know, right?
What a thing.
Holy
What a
shit.
thing. Yeah.
Started from the bottom, now we're here.
Yeah.
We on run 1, baby. Trying to get to run 2 next season.
Well, no, it's like people listen to this podcast, like for real. That's wild.
I know.
This is great. I love
It's
it.
great.
I love that so many people enjoy
hype
it,
on it.
and talk about it all the time.
Yeah.
That's great.
Everybody on YouTube or Spotify or fucking iHeart or Apple, whatever, thank you all for listening through this whole year. It's been a blast. We will be back in a couple of weeks.
Season 2.
Season 2, baby.
That's
Goodbye.
crazy.
Goodbye, everyone.